Oh, we have finally escaped. And, yeah, as we've already talked about, we've been kind of going underwater a long ways, and
there it goes.
Oh, not again.
Oh, she
with
found
the
us. Oh,
water.
geez, move.
Run,
go away, water child. I don't want any.
Run. I don't
so
want
once
your
again-
Girl Scout cookies.
I died once. Anyway,
These
so,
people
or
must
not died
really
once,
love
but
the
took me
water.
So I need to actually lure her over here, push this button so I can use this.
Going back up.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I need. Oh, jeez, it's hands. Because I need that door to be open. Because my plan is I'm going to hit that button on my way down, so that the door shuts behind me.
Okay,
Right.
yeah. I don't remember if I made this.
Fresh
I don't remember
meat.
if I. Fresh meat for my pot. Anyway, I don't remember if I made this joke in the last part. It's been a while between the two parts, but I think it would be funny if, just to sell how determined this banshee was, when you get on the air, she just dives up onto the air and just like flops forward like Shantae does in her mermaid form.
Just
Oh my god.
Also,
Just
did you call
all
her
about, like,
Banshee?
yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's what
a
the rest
A
of us have
Banshee
been
is
calling
not
her.
a water creature.
I know, but it's the hair.
They're
it's
the banshees
weird,
of the
like-
sea.
Hang on, let's get some air, and we're going in.
A Banshee?
Well, I would have called it a siren, but they're not particularly
Ha.
vocal.
Hang on, I'm just gonna climb up on up here.
We're just calling. I chose to call her a water
What the-
child
Oh,
because. Ah!
Oh shit! Ah no!
no.
Oh
Real
baby!
quick.
Oh darling! I
Real quick,
would have
is
you
this-
in my arms.
Real quick, is this scripted,
Scripted.
or was this an accident?
Just watch.
I just said scripted.
Okay. Just wanted to
Because
make
we're gonna talk. Because yeah, we may as well talk about this because this sequence actually lasts a little while. So
Oh,
what's happening is that, by all accounts, she drowns us or something and carries us deep and deep into the facility. And I still don't know exactly what she's meant to be. If she's like an experiment gone wrong, or like, or if maybe she herself was someone like us who once got lost down here. But whatever it may be, for some reason, she wants to help us.
how.
Suddenly.
Yeah,
Because she's
no, all
attaching
other
this
times
weird
we
light
die,
thingy to us.
All other times we die, except for now. Because... What?
Because that's the other thing. Like, there's no plot purpose to it. Like, suddenly this time I get caught by her. She doesn't just kill me right away. This time she decides to be nice and hook me up to this weird energy thing.
this weird
Again,
apparatus.
there's absolutely... There's no... And again, yeah, there's no pretense for it. There's no... Oof. There's no... There
there goes the
is
apparatus.
no...
Now the
But yeah,
fish
there is
are
no...
the fish are attracted to us now.
Oh,
Yeah.
aren't you a fine piece of meat?
But yeah, no, there are no, like... So I will say, in terms of the plot, this makes no sense. Or it's that lovable part that happens in every game of like, oh, I could spoil the game. I don't care about the remake. Oh, Aerith died 7 times because I kept not having her properly healed whenever we got into battle. But this time she dies, it's good. It's for sure never gonna happen.
Well, okay, to be fair, the Phoenix Down, like, you don't die in those battles, you just get knocked out. So the
Well
Phoenix...
done.
The Phoenix Down just awakens you. It doesn't, like... Yeah.
Revive you. Okay,
Speaking
but
of
that-
which, we're able to breathe
Yeah.
underwater now.
Yeah,
Yep.
just
we can now breathe underwater
Thank
indefinitely
you,
now.
fish.
So
because
We are now-
on.
we are now a water child ourselves.
Oh, I don't know. We
Our
don't
hair
have the
just
full
grows
hair.
Our hair grows rapidly.
But yeah, we can now breathe underwater because logic is now illegal.
Hooray! We have gills now.
They have gills. Where do they get them, and why? And how can we get some?
Yeah, really.
I don't
I want to
know,
be able
it
to breathe
seems so-
underwater.
I think everybody
okay,
does.
because
Well,
And
I
then
think
because
But then I
Except-
remembered I am not a
Wait,
fish.
wait. I think everybody wants to breathe underwater, except for Markiplier, because fuck the ocean.
well, I was about to say it's like you can breathe underwater, but the catch is those gills don't let you breathe out of the water.
Yeah.
So it's either one or the other. You gotta pick.
Or
Yeah.
or you could be a fish man and have both gills and lungs, switch between the two.
That's a cheat.
That would make you amphibious.
Yeah.
True.
And don't even get me started on the reptiles.
Okay,
I
so
like
I need to try and get
reptiles.
inside
I
this
used
thing.
to
So I'm
have
gonna
a snake.
hold.
Wait.
Can I swim inside that thing?
Up.
it's like a water current, but if I can go in through the top of it, come on,
come on,
there we
there
go.
you
Found
go.
the Titanic.
Oh, grab onto these things on the ceiling
Oh yeah.
because
another
Those
one
that
of these
current-
kind of
jet
puzzles.
turbines.
oh
Ooh.
jeez.
Ooh.
And yes, as you can imagine, if I am in the middle of those things,
You
when
turn
they
into
turn on,
sushi.
let's grab this guy.
Doop.
This one looks a little bit different.
I totally love this moment in Concrete Bad Fur Day. Oh, I'm totally not better about the few times I died.
I hate that part of the clock tower. Okay, so it's a door. Okay, let's go up. Let's go
Okay.
upside.
Wait, what about
And
the
yeah,
clock
no, I
tower
hate.
again?
It wasn't in the clock tower. It
Conquerors.
was after Soprano.
Oh, okay. Because I thought that was the bit that you had
It
to
was-
like.
it was the-
oh,
it was
oh,
that
that's
whole
right.
beat
When you're
grinder
climbing
bit.
up,
Yeah,
That's
when you're
right.
on your way to Ugga Bugga.
that I hate. That. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
that because those things are instant death and it's so annoying.
Yes, and it's very, very tight.
That was just me wasting my time going after a secret that I really don't care about. So
Yeah.
Ah.
So
I
essentially you
have
can
gone-
breathe above water still.
Well, that's a
Oh, yeah.
relief.
and
Spotlight.
unfortunately we have to worry about these guys again. Those things that will shoot the springs at me if I'm not careful.
Why do I get the
Right.
Anyway,
feeling?
yeah, so-
Why do I get the feeling there's going to be a price to pay, considering the fact that, well, yeah, again, that underwater demon thing saved us and literally allowed us to breathe underwater.
Back.
I don't think they're really
Right.
upset about that. So I think
Okay.
we should be okay.
Oh,
Yeah,
that thing up
it's the
there.
thing.
Okay.
Yeah, it's blocking the lights. I'm trying to careful.
Yeah.
Use it to my advantage. There we go.
Yeah.
And
there you
I'm
go.
just trying to shift it over to the right. But anyway, what was I saying? So yeah, in one of my previous runs, I have
That was close.
in one of my previous runs, I have gone for all collectibles, and it does lead to an interesting ending that I can talk about after once we get to the credits. But as far as this run goes, I mean, I'm just gonna. There's already enough. There's already enough WTF-ery in this game without me having to go after the secret.
It's by the
ending.
people who made Limbo. Are we surprised?
Nah. All right, so
No.
we're getting pretty close to this, but that's the thing. Like, it's almost like Hey, hang on. Oh, okay. That's a water
There's
tank.
water.
Oh,
But like,
You know,
that's
it's
the thing. It's like
it's a
it's
good
almost,
thing that
Go
it's a
ahead.
good thing you landed right into that. If you were just a few feet off.
Yeah, if you were a few feet off, all your bones would all your bones would,
All your brones
break.
will
bones would
bake.
be broken. All your
all
bones would be broken.
All your
All the
brones will
bronies-
bake.
All the bronies would be bulking.
Wait, what's this all
It's-
about?
Well, this is those boxes again that like go up, but
No, I think above. He means.
Ouch.
we'll look more into that later. What was I saying? Is but like the whole this entire facility, it's almost Matt, what did Lovecraft describe the geometry of things in like a realm where you can't understand what the heck is going on with it? Non-something geometry of like when the guy goes to that city and he's losing his mind
I forgot
because
the exact name, but I know what you're talking about.
right, it's like not. I'm gonna look this up because I've said the word. Oh, so
Oh.
close. I'm trying to smash the
Oh,
thing
I
off of it.
see.
Yeah, let me look up Lovecraft geometry. What did he call it? Non-Euclidean.
Yeah, that's it.
Non-Euclidean.
Non-Euclidean.
Get off!
Okay.
Down
But yeah,
it goes.
I'd almost start calling this facility almost like non-Euclidean geometry because remember we went underwater not once but now twice, and I'm just gonna do a little physics puzzle.
Wait for it.
Oh, close one. But yeah, it's
Feast your eyes on the practices of gravity and inertia.
that was real
Yeah,
deep.
that's
man.
Pretty
very,
much.
It's really deep. Can I keep it sly? I always wanted a jumping Mexican box.
That's not what these are. And then this will close the door.
There you go.
Fun.
Okay, cool. We're gonna need that for a puzzle. But yeah, it's like, man, I don't know. It's the whole thing is that there's a lot of weird stuff going on, and like I said, this whole facility is already kind of crazy in that I don't. There have been many theories on what this
tiles.
place. There's been many theories on what this place is actually meant to be, or
Hi, fishies.
What?
Bye, fishies.
it's no. See you guys, or what it's actually like wanting to serve. All we know is that we have those clones up there that were like helping everybody or something.
This.
The people that they were
How
enslaving.
about we just say that this place be cray cray?
Yeah,
The
this
entire
place
game.
do be
Especially-
cray cray.
The
Especially
entire
what's going
game
on
be
up there.
cray-cray.
Only the finest of Umbrella Inc.
The way this puzzle works is pull this, move this on top, pull it again, and we're basically going to make a chain elevator. Go up, and we're in.
But yeah, I was whoa, upside down water.
Okay, this is some serious Mario Galaxy shit going on here.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
There's some gravity manipulation at play, and
But yeah,
it's
I
only
just-
affecting the water and anything that's in it.
But I did want to go
And
back
we're just
to
sabotaging it all.
Yeah, I did want to go back to the umbrella joke where it's like, I'll have you know, this is a very inaccurate display of umbrella tech. There is not a single key puzzle in sight.
Wesker, don't kid yourself. This is Umbrella.
But I love the idea that it's not even like scientists. It's like Wesker's like, I spent 4 days coming up with that key puzzle, and he solved it in 10 minutes.
With a crowbar.
Chris
Why do I?
Wait, master of unlocking my ass!
Yeah, pretty much. Freaking what's her face?
Chris Redfield destroyed him with a rock by punching it.
Yeah.
I can't wait till we get to that moment.
That'd be
We're gonna
a
get to
lot of
that.
fun. I'm honestly interested to get to RE5 in general, just because I feel like, not counting the first game, it's the one I've had the most exposure to.
Yeah. I'm also curious to see like the Resident Evil series as a whole.
Uh-oh.
People.
Oh.
I'm curious to see what Resident Evil is all about. Like starting. I want to develop such an appreciation for it that I've developed for Devil May Cry now. Having
Also,
seen
there's
the
a
whole
little
franchise
kid over
played.
there for some reason.
Yeah, I was about to say, what's the
Yeah, whose
I
kid
think
is
it's-
that?
By the way-
I think it is Bring Your Son to Work Day.
Yeah,
or
no,
something.
actually,
I
I
guess so.
was legitimately going to say, I'm pretty sure that this takes place during Take Your Kid to Work Day. Hey, son, want to see some fucked up imagery? Sure thing, Daddy.
Well, it's just.
But
Dad, you know me. But no, it's just. It's just like, but that's the thing. Like, I guess that's the whole purpose of that scene is the fact that it's so normalized in their culture that the kid thinks it's normal.
Yeah, really.
Now, hold on. Now I'm just reminded of that robot chicken sketch.
With the water.
Wait. Now I'm just reminded of that great robot chicken.
Wait a minute.
Oop. More upside down swimming.
Anyway,
Yeah, the
Yep.
water's moving. So what I'm doing, real quick, Matt. What I'm doing is I'm doing a puzzle where if the water level's too low, the door automatically shuts because you don't want to get water on the carpet. But if I move that box there, I can basically keep the water just low enough that I can get to the door, while also using the box to jump up. So I'll wait till it's just about a little bit higher.
You know,
There, perfect.
There you
I'm
go.
not
And
the
I can
only
jump
one,
into it.
I'm not
Sorry.
the only one that thinks the whole like the coloration between what's dry and what's wet is inverted.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
because the lighting, it does look really off.
Yeah.
I think it's because
Yeah, sorry.
the way the lighting is
It's
is
trippy.
what do
The
you
way the
call
line
it?
reflects in the water.
Yeah. So what was that? Yeah. Sorry. So what was that, Matt? Go ahead.
There's this
With
great
the,
robot chicken sketch of like it's Take Your Daughter to Work Day, but it's a stormtrooper having to take his daughter to work at the beginning
Wait a
of A New
minute.
Hope.
Oh no. Oh, that's right. He was like trying to keep track. He's like, okay, just stay here. It's okay. It's safe. Don't worry.
Yeah, and
I
then
remember
like
that,
Darth Vader
actually.
comes in and it goes like, "Well, I'm sorry, sir, but fuck it. I love my daughter." That hits me right where it hit. That hits me. That hits home pretty hard, man.
And what I was just before that happened, just the whole
Oh.
just going off the whole
There we
take your
go.
kid to work day. It's
This
like,
is gonna really hurt for some of these people.
anyway.
Yikes!
Oh boy!
Ooh.
It's raining
Ow,
men.
ow, hallelujah!
And remember when that water girl attached that device to me?
Oh yeah.
Oh boy!
It kind of works like that helmet, but now all the time.
Interesting.
That's why
Okay.
that's why the fish were following me. That
It's a
whole
good
time
thing that all these clones are wearing factory sealed undergarments.
But yeah, so
Some of
that's why
these-
the fish were following me earlier.
Some of
It's
these
kinda
clones
like-
look deformed or unfinished.
Yeah, I think you're right. We found them in the work in progress phase. But I don't discriminate.
Wait.
If they can help push me up, that's just what I
I
need.
fully-
Woohoo!
Oh yeah. a
Okay,
little to
you
the
all
right.
are dead. Okay, you all are dead to me. This isn't gonna work.
3 cheers
You
for no
missed.
name. Hip hip. Hooray! Hip
No,
hip.
it's half
Cheer
a-
for the
It's half a cheer for the boy. Hip hip. Huh.
who. So yeah, actually, this requires a different kind of approach to the puzzle. But So yeah, we're gonna be needing these guys for a while, but yeah, that's
Mm-hmm.
some weird. Yeah, it's all this mind control nonsense going all over the place.
Yeah.
Alright, anyway, can I just
Go
say
ahead, back to the thing with the
there's-
Star Wars. Yeah,
there's one more great
that
scene.
arm.
There's one more great scene. The same father. It turns out he's also one of the stormtroopers that he is a stormtrooper with the Jedi mind trick of these are not the droids you're looking for. These are not the droids you're looking for. That.
No, Daddy.
So-
yes, they
no,
are.
so it goes like, lay do the bit. So it goes like, this is not the droids you're looking for. These are not the droids you're looking for. No, they totally are. Move along, move along, move along,
Move
move
along.
along. Daddy, what? What? It's like 85 fucking degrees out here. I can't hear shit through this helmet. I was just repeating what I thought he said.
It's like, Dad, why did you let him go? I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna be just swimming along here because he's
Look
the
at
water
him, he
too.
can fly.
He can fly. He can talk. Anyway, I'm gonna hit the switch from above.
Oh,
They
yeah,
can
so the
hopefully
guys are
catch
gonna
me
catch
like
you.
we rehearsed it. They better. 'Cause I'm
Catch
about to
me!
Crash land on the head. Okay.
There we go.
Thank you.
Oh,
Nice
dude.
cushioning, fellas.
Hey, you worker guys, we're having a riot. Want to join?
Okay.
I am
Janitor,
pretty.
party in the
Wait a minute, how
Janitor,
the
we got
fuck?
cake in the conference room.
I'm pretty sure
Again.
that they grow like clones here, and use them
They
do.
for hard labor.
Yeah?
No
That's
doubt.
exactly
That
what
is part of this
happens.
dystopian future.
Uh-oh.
Ba-da-ba-da-da-da.
But hey,
Oh.
by doing that, I just now learned these guys can survive the fall. I can't, so
Oh.
I'm going to basically have them do this.
Oh dear.
Lemmings!
They have
This-
because they
this
have no
is-
nerves or bones.
Right.
That's true.
And
Actually, technically they do. It's
We
they
need to
don't
get
have
in
any
there.
nerves though.
Also,
We need to get in
hello, totally not cover. Poster art.
cover. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, no, we gotta get in there.
Oh yeah,
so now
I
that they
love
survived the fall,
I love
Catch
the like
me!
the minimalistic shadowing going on there and the colors.
oh no, the lighting it immediately draws your eyes to what you need to look at. And like these hallways, and again the 3-dimensional stuff, like you can see that hallway stretching off into the distance and stuff.
So me saying promotional art should have been.
All right,
trailer,
guys,
trailer
let's
shot.
pray. Let's pray there's no ceiling up there.
Ah,
Wait, what
squish.
feeling?
Nah, they're okay. There's a little upper thing, so I'm just gonna lead them back this way. Keep up that pace. And yes, man,
It's
again,
just weird. I'm hearing footsteps.
Ah,
there they go. Oh, they're kind of silly. Oof. It's like honestly, it's kind of honestly a really sad way of thinking about it, but it kind of reminds me of the little chicks from the first part.
yeah.
Oh yeah,
little
the little
cheapers.
babies, the baby chicks.
That's
now they're all
probably what this is
deformed
all
and-
alluding to.
The children of Big Bird.
Oh my gosh, it's like a huge connected thread. But yeah, that's about the whole thing. It's all,
Everything's coming
it's all about
together.
control. It's all about like feeding stuff. It's a whole big thing. Oh, I'm gonna be right back real quick.
Okay,
Alrighty.
Ow,
so we gotta lift this door all together. All together. Teamwork.
Come on. Yeah, you gotta lift with your legs, boys.
Would anybody like to... By the way, I curse myself for loving Star Wars too much right now because I now have the Cantina theme stuck in my head.
Oh, pfft.
I'm wrong with
Once you hear that song once, it'll never leave your head.
It never
Yeah.
does! Even when you think it's gone, it's just suddenly out of nowhere. Fuck.
Yeah.
ramp.
Thanks, guys.
Good luck,
Thanks
kiddo.
for the assist.
To be fair, though, you have to admit, jizz is a pretty neat genre of music. I'm not even fucking joking. Like, literally, apparently that genre of music that they're playing, the do, it's called jizz.
Wow.
I now
Also-
believe that rock music in that universe is called cock. With a K.
Given the era it was released in, I can't say I'm terribly surprised they thought that was a good idea.
Oh, look at what's happening here.
Ah, now we have more test subjects.
And now
Yeah.
we're just in SCP containment breach.
I guess they're testing.
Oh,
like-
Hey, you! Get back here, kid!
I don't think he's
Hey.
concerned with us. There's something going
Wait.
on over here.
Oh
Yeah.
shit!
No,
Is it?
there's over
Oh.
there.
Who are you, kid? I don't care. Let's look at this thing.
Meep meep.
There's something happening here in this test.
See,
in this
they
test
just
chamber.
don't care.
Wait, is this literally the end of the road?
No. Not quite.
Well, kind
Well,
of.
there's only. Well, with the video's halfway done, I'm pretty sure. Unless it has a really long credits scene, I don't think this is the end.
Fair
No.
enough.
Yeah.
It
I
doesn't-
think
doesn't
we
look
need
it.
to get in there somehow.
He's not here right
I'm
now.
back, and yeah,
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
gonna get in there. So I'm gonna use this, and they're totally not gonna care about me anymore.
Don't
They're
mind
too
me.
Yeah, no, they just
fixated on whatever's going on
yeah, no,
inside there.
Like the two guys next to you just look down and go like, "Who the fuck are you?" Who cares? By the way, this is
It's
just.
bring your son. To, it's no, they're like, who the heck is he? It's bring your son to work day.
Wait.
Oh, that's right.
By the way, by the way, question. This is basically just SCP containment breach now, isn't it?
No, not really. So, but yeah.
Anyway,
So what
just-
happened? So what's happening with those weird clones and those little tanks is that again, it was probably like some test procedure of maybe we can make the clones like autonomously do office work for us, or go
yeah,
ahead.
it kind of tests their basic intelligence for
Right, go ahead, Hype.
for
Anyway, now that you brought back the whole take your kid to work day thing, that reminded me of the joke I wanted to make the first time we did it, where you take your kid to all this, and the kid's like, Daddy, all I wanted to do was to use the copy machine with my butt. I didn't want any of this weird stuff.
Well, too bad, son. Too bad.
Also, wait, what's that about photocopying your butt?
Don't chastise me. You did it too when you were my age.
So we're gonna head our way
Guilty
in
as charged.
because I need to say that we are getting close to finally. We are almost at what inside meant. Because that room. Oh, don't open the door
Other
while you're
side.
Open it from the other side, kiddo.
It's
I
pulled.
can't lift it. But no, it's
It's like there's a
whatever's
huge
inside this.
weight on it. Oh,
you're standing
You're
on it.
standing on it.
Whatever's
Jakes.
inside this thing. Whatever's inside this thing, that is what we've been trying to get to this entire time.
The world's largest Fabergé egg.
Why is the
Fab-
AUG in there?
we have
Fabergé egg.
we have
Fabrig-
created
Fabrica
the world's
egg.
largest Kinder egg.
Fabrica egg.
Fabrica og.
Fabrica egg.
For Bridget.
For context, we saw some guy mispronunciate a whole bunch of words.
Pronouncing things
we were bored, I was
incorrectly.
watching his incorrectly.
And did you know that
Anyways.
Bugs Bunny's favorite food is caracots?
Kakarot.
Kakarot's my bad.
Yeah, that's funny. I'm actually looking forward to that game. Dragon Ball
I mean,
Kakarot.
kind of.
Remove.
I don't know. Something tells me it'll be
Guys.
slightly
Push, there you go.
disappointing, but not too much so.
Alright, that'll open up the container, and then I need to turn off the fan. But the issue is that in order to open the actual fan belt, I need to pull this switch. And the switch, although I can pull it kind of, there's no way I can swim up there fast enough. Which is
Right.
why, fortunately, the giant fan has a startup period.
Oh.
Move. Get to that
Okay.
lever right now.
Move, boy,
Go,
move.
go,
And
go,
then-
go before the current gets you.
Got it!
Come on. There you go.
And then...
The
Since it's ready,
aliens! The aliens have come.
let go.
Dead thing. Woo!
And also, it took
And
our
we
clothes.
lost our
Good
clothes.
grief!
Oh God! And behold,
There it is.
behold, something
What
Play
the-
Dead decided to make a figurine of. I'm not
Uh,
joking.
What even
So
is
It's...
that?
This is what's inside.
Stuff. This is what was in here. And notice that this thing has those weird mind control helmet thingies on it.
Uh-huh.
They were wanting... I guess the lore is that they're wanting this thing to be like a main like hive
Hive
mind
mind.
for all the clones.
Because that
And if
totally
you think-
sounds
Make them-
safe.
To make
And
it
if you
easier to
think about it-
control.
And if you think about it, Gui and Hype,
Boop.
this thing needed me.
What do you
Wait,
mean?
what the? It's sucking us in.
Yeah, we're part of it now.
This thing...
And no, we're not
Oh, wait.
part of it. We are it.
What?
That's the whole... See, that is the huge thing is that boy, that was just a tool. This thing called the boy because it wants...
Out.
Ow.
It wants out. We want it to be free.
And so it led the
it
boy
just
here.
Needed, it
So-
just needed the free mind to do it.
Wait a minute. Wait a second. You mean to tell me that we're not a real boy?
No, well, maybe we were a real boy. Maybe we were a clone
Maybe
boy this
maybe
whole
at
time.
once.
And the
Hello, my
maybe-
baby. Hello, my honey.
Well, we're not real boy anymore. I can say that much.
maybe
Send
this
me
whole
a kiss
time,
by
maybe,
wire.
maybe this whole time we were a boy clone.
Left.
You
Left.
think this is gonna
left.
stop me?
Shit.
We have the strength of 100.
Well,
Yeah,
I was about to say,
maybe-
considering,
We are 100.
considering how many
Yeah.
double damn arms are poking out, it's not that surprising.
By the way,
Because maybe the boy wasn't. Because the theory is that the boy was maybe one of those clones. Hey guys, miss
Boop,
me.
boop, boop.
And
Hop on
that
in.
and the boy felt compelled to move all the way to this facility
Whoop.
by
Oh,
this
dude.
hive mind that wanted to be freed.
So we were
Yeah.
part of. So we were essentially just a part of the hive mind.
by the way,
Yeah,
by
all
the way,
along.
by the way, I'm not even joking. In fact, Logan, I want you to throw it up on screen.
Oh.
They made a figurine of this thing.
There you go. Oh jeez.
Oh,
Is
boy.
it a
Weight capacity.
Is it a flesh figure?
No,
Yeah, is it squishy or? Oh, hey guys.
Oh god!
Oh, jeez.
I'm
Oh
telling,
my god!
I'm telling you, we
Everybody.
exceeded the weight capacity.
honestly, I don't know if it is or isn't.
I'm sorry. Just the music that just comes to my mind is literally something along the lines of.
I don't know, like, actually, just for the sake of a really sharp contrast, I'm just thinking.
Hold on. Guys, look to the right. Look to the right. Look to the right. That is a model of the forest that we came
Oh
from.
yeah.
Yeah,
Actually,
that's right.
Oh yeah, I guess you're right.
Yeah,
or
that's a
something like
model
that.
of the forest, and there in the middle is the is the place that we were
Facility?
at. By the way, I know
Maybe.
that this is supposed to be kind of a harrowing scene. This is fucking hilarious to me.
I know. It's
Little
just,
bit.
Look at the way it moves.
Hey everybody!
It's, oh my god.
It's a
Kind of in the
Taco
uncanny valley in
Tuesday!
that sense.
It's
It's
very,
a cookbook.
It's very like surreal considering everything we've been doing up to this point.
Oh,
Wait.
My people.
You're the,
And
oh, he
My
must be the
people.
guy in charge. Excuse me, sir. I'm here to file a complaint.
Onward. Don't. My people, I have freed you.
Yeah, he's very
I
dead.
love you.
I'm sure he's okay.
God.
Oh, that's
I'm sure
a
he's
lot.
okay.
I'm
know what?
sure
That-
he's
that's a
now
lot-
tomato sauce.
I'm sorry. Could someone? I'm sorry. I think I'm
That's
in the
a-
wrong place. Could someone point me to where the lobby is?
You know what? That you pull off that shade of red really nice. It complements your eyes.
Oh, it's a good thing some of it can wash off.
Yeah.
it compliments your eyes.
That is-
All 500 of
Oh.
them.
Like, oh,
Wait.
oh.
Oh, you just now realized what the red was?
No, well, that and I was about to say, wait, you're not really gonna. Oh dear God.
Wait, what is he doing?
No, it's just
For
a
a
pull
moment, I
what
thought
I
he was
need.
gonna try. For a moment, I thought he was gonna literally just keep on
did?
mashing on the poor guy with that thing.
No.
I
I,
don't
just
know.
need
I-
to do this.
No,
I
there's
was-
nothing
I
left
was-
to mash.
The dogs.
I was
the dogs.
expecting-
Puppies.
I was more so expecting he would eat the girder.
No,
By the way,
I don't have a mouth.
It's got no mouth, yeah.
by
Get
the
off
way,
me.
You don't
dog.
know. Have you given it a good look?
By the way, all I can think of now is this is an umbrella. I know where this is. Hello, Cave Johnson here, showing us our new, showing us Cave Johnson here, showing you our new creation, the Blob Man. He can do.
Have you ever-
He can do your construction work faster than you can ever imagine.
Hi, I'm Cave Johnson. Have you ever been so stressed out you didn't even have time to squeeze that stress ball? Luckily, we at Aperture Science have created a stress ball that squishes itself.
Have you ever wished? Have you ever wished you could do 20 things at once? Well, now, have you ever wished you could do 20 things at once? Now you have the capability to. You probably won't be able to because of your lack of motor skills, but you have the possibility.
Have you ever wanted to be able to do? Have you ever wanted to be able to do 20 things at once? Have you ever wanted to look like sin? Look uglier than sin?
Also, I like
No.
how this guy is kind of helping us.
Yeah, no.
And also
I just have to
lose-
stay.
lose
I have to
all-
stay over here so he's not too
And
scared.
also lose all
Thank you.
sense of independence and free thought.
There you go.
In we go.
Thank you,
Yeah,
sir.
I feel like the guy's just like,
Oh,
I
come on,
should.
thank
in
you.
here.
Oh boy, come on.
Thank you,
I was,
sir.
but I'm just more so under the assumption these guys are like,
Oh, dear
if I
God.
Please.
Yep.
Come on.
Oh, we can actually fit. Because
But-
we're really just a mound of flesh.
I'm
but
losing
really
all my
just,
limbs, though.
but really,
We
I think
lost
the
an
only,
arm.
but
Yeah,
really,
it'll grow back.
I think the
Go ahead.
reason they're helping us is more so a matter of if I do what it says, maybe it won't kill me.
That's true.
More or less. So, actually, no. More on that later. I can actually explain why they're supposedly helping me right now. More on that later. But yeah, there's a lot that's. I'm sorry. Yeah, I get. There's a lot that we have to digest really quickly. That's all happened out of nowhere.
Especially the boss of this place, apparently.
So honestly, at this point, I don't give a hoot and a half about spoilers. Is the boy essentially dead now?
Yeah, well, I mean, then I guess at that point,
Technically-
I could
okay,
I
hold
could
on.
argue that the boy
Can I-
was never alive to begin with.
Yeah, no, technically, okay, you know what? Let's just talk about that secret ending. It's revealed that basically the boy never existed, and the player himself is a character within this world. The player
That
himself is the hive mind.
That we are the hive mind. That, number one. Number two, yeah, the secret ending is if I find all these little containers, it leads to a room where it's basically just a bunch of. By the way, I need to light something on fire. I need to light a furnace
got a
on
match?
fire, which is.
What?
Oh,
boy.
we can borrow this furnace, but there's a trick up ahead where there's going to be some fire sprinklers, so I have
Time
to
for your
throw this
num-nums.
thing. So I have to throw this thing that's on fire, throw it over the sprinklers so that it doesn't
Potentially
extinguish
get
it.
caught on fire ourselves in the process.
And
Oh,
catch it,
hot potatoes.
and then do it one more time. Over the sprinklers. And then I can
Little
take this
circus act
back,
right now.
and then I can take this back and light the generator. Anyway, so yeah, you find this room where it's basically like a bunch of computers all wired to one of those mind control helmets. And when the boy unplugs the computer, everything goes dark, and the boy no longer can move, as though you've just disconnected your own connection into this world.
Yep.
So it's almost this thing of like maybe we are controlling the blob, controlling the boy. Because remember, we learned that we can mind control someone, mind controlling a helmet to mind control other people. It's all a huge thing of like who really has the free will here.
Yeah.
So why did they call this game Inside when it should have just been called Control?
I mean, that could also have been pretty good. I mean, that could have been also.
Because,
Good. I mean,
because the game
I-
Control that came out last year would have competition.
True.
Yeah.
And I guess I can argue for the sake of like it's supposed to be a big bait and switch. Is as far as the trailers and all the marketing media was concerned, all we knew is that this kid was trying to get inside. We don't know what was inside, but we just knew we had to get there. So I
Yeah,
guess
we just
calling
knew
it
that was
The
Control.
control.
flying fat ass on the flying trapeze.
Oh my gosh! Hook the dang thing.
There we go.
What
Thank you.
are we watching?
Thank you.
I cannot fathom what my eyes see. Why are you doing this to us, Logan?
Actually, actually, you had a missed opportunity to have that rhyme. I cannot fathom what my eyes see. Why the fuck are you why the hell are you doing this to me?
Well, I can't say me because there's more. But honestly, I don't care anymore.
Okay. Right now, I need you guys up there to make yourself useful
Doop.
and turn that box on. Thank you.
Thank you.
Now I can push this guy up so that it will steam into the switch.
Thank you.
And there, everybody's been
Thanks.
here to help me. Except, the box.
Oh,
I need that box.
No, they're dangling it.
Oh, now they're
They're
baiting us.
baiting
Now they're
us.
baiting us.
They want to trap us.
Yeah, plot twist, they weren't doing this to help us. They were doing this because it would lead us to another containment cell.
They led us right to water.
Gerbil, gerbil,
Which
gerbil.
we can swim
Except,
in.
except I forgot I can swim and breathe, and now I have the strength of 7 squids.
Pretty much.
I don't know.
Octoman.
I don't know why. No, it's Octodad. No one.
Well, we don't know if this
expects
thing's a
thing.
dad.
There. Yeah, what was
No,
that?
just- I don't know why. Just the way you said that. But they didn't have that. But I can swim, and I have the strength of 7 squids.
Jeez.
It's alliteration,
And I
it's
thought
fun.
I thought Legion from Castlevania was a fucking nightmare fuel.
Yeah, really.
Why
I
the
know.
fuck are there fish?
This,
Could you imagine if Ermac worked more like this?
Ugh.
Oh god.
Honestly,
murder.
I was about to say, you say that, James. I think it's gone to a point where this has surpassed being Nightmare Fool and just being really devil damn stupid.
It's
That's
nightmare
fair.
fun. So anyway, so what's happening here is the other thing I have to unfortunately spoil is Matt, that model that we were in, that model thingy that we saw.
Yeah.
There's kind of a spoiler or kind of a potential like what does this plot actually mean? And hang on, yeah, charge into this sucker.
we're back where we started.
Wait, hold
Not
on, hold
quite.
on.
We started in the forest. We
wait.
ended in the
No,
forest.
actually, hang
Really
on.
quick,
Wait a minute.
I just want to say one last thing. Just really quick. Wait. I think I went far enough. I think I'm going to take a little nap.
Damn it,
Yeah.
Palpatine.
I show up.
Oh no!
But no, so what happened there is, Matt, to spoil this, remember that model that we
Yeah,
crash
this
landed into
is-
earlier?
Yeah.
People are theorizing that that model is actually a model of another larger containment facility, which we're
Wow.
inside now.
Oh.
There is lore going around that where I'm at right now, this beach, this is still not the outside. This is still in the facility.
Because of course.
And then,
It's all
hold on.
facade.
You know what'd be a great thing if, like, I don't know, they had a, by the way, yes, this is the ending. I'm not even joking.
Hang on, credits are coming up. Hang on, credits will take. Give the credits a second.
Yeah, I was about to say, is anything
We
gonna
need a
happen
moment to
now?
take it in.
It's an artistic moment. It's an artistic moment
But
in the game that we're all ruining by talking over it, and I'm continuing to perpetuate its ruination. Give it a second.
Honestly, is there really anything to ruin?
There.
There we go. Anyway,
That's it. That
I
was
love how
inside.
unceremoniously, like, not even music, just...
I mean,
That's
it's
the
supposed to be
end.
sudden. It's shocking, but so yeah. So so we need to actually now we have to address this. So real quick, I know Play Dead is making these artsy games. That's what they do. So I wasn't like
Oh, yeah, no.
I wasn't expecting some big epic campaign. It's just the idea is that you lose yourself in the experience, and I think
Of course.
for those moments like with that giant dubstep machine that blasts like the sonic waves, that was crazy. That was cool. The idea of like mind control,
That I also use the bass boost my lightning.
that was fun.
I mean,
there was
I can't
there was
believe I
He's,
did
there
it.
was
he's
a lot
referencing
of-
Amazing Spider-Man 2.
What?
the fact that
No.
this game, no, he was actually referencing the Rise.
Rise of Skywalker, literally no
there's
joke. Palpatine bass boot, like he shoots his lightning. Literally, you hear a giant dubstep, boom, when he does.
I could
it
have sworn
destroys
Electro
everything.
did something like that too.
Well, that was a whole other thing. Anyway, so I think that what they added this game was still pretty crazy, and like how it went from the 2D art style of Limbo to a full 3D rendered area world with all the backdrops, and you could actually have full swimming controls. Like, I think in terms of a step up from Limbo, this game like nailed it. And
Oh yeah, they
Jerry,
did.
Jerry, I
in
think
ter-
I'm starting to get sunburned over here.
Going well. I'm leaving in
Yeah, so am I.
What?
The clouds
Do
are
we-
not blocking the UV light. The clouds aren't there, so it's not so. Bleh. I
But
fucked
yeah,
that
that's
up.
it.
Never mind.
Gameplay wise, I think this is a huge leap above Limbo. Plot wise, it's still pretty hard to tell what's going on because it's one of those games where the idea is that you don't know everything. It's really
It's-
interesting and
I think it's supposed to be left up to interpretation. I think that's their whole
Well,
goal.
to be
is
fair,
that,
all Play Dead stuff can be left up to interpretation.
all two of them.
but
yeah,
Fair point.
I
both of them.
yeah, because I think I already stated my theory is that this all takes place in a dystopian future where labor has become so cheap that they have to grow clones in a facility to replace hard labor.
Mm-hmm.
And us the player, given that new information, we're the ones to go in and disrupt that dystopian future, kind of tear it down from the inside.
Mm-hmm.
Ba-da-bop.
And we gave it, and regardless of whatever this meant for the weird blob thing, we gave it our best shot. So yeah, okay. Hype, what did you think of this game compared to that of Limbo?
I will say, from a gameplay standpoint, it does look like it did make the necessary improvements from Limbo. Like, I did like some of the new additions that it did, and like it again, just like with Limbo, I think it does have some really nice sense of atmosphere. That being said, and I know for a fact this is going to be a hated opinion, I'm really not a big fan of everything else about Inside. Like, I feel like whereas with Limbo, it did, like, raise questions, but I don't think it did it. I'm trying to figure out how I can word myself. Limbo raised questions, but they weren't, like, really obtuse, like, questions. Stuff that's, like, it's not enough to make you want to stop and ponder just what is even going on. Like, I could still enjoy going through Limbo, and in spite of what's going on. With Inside, it's like, I can't even make sense of anything that's going on, to a point where I'm just like, I don't think I can see myself enjoying the world of Inside as much as I do Limbo.
That's fine. James, how about you?
I'm sort of on the inverse of that opinion, because I'll be fair here. I do think, like, as far as like set pieces and just what the hell's going on is concerned, I think Inside kind of is better. Though I will also say that I do think that Limbo has the better art style and just way of portraying things. But that's as far as I'll go with that opinion. Like, either way, they're both essentially the same game, and both are essentially the same thing, which is basically a short movie turned into a video game.
Yeah, and I'm okay with that. I can see that.
And as far as that's concerned, I think they're good games. Just take that for what you will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you?
I feel like, even though it kind of leaves it up more to interpretation than Limbo does, I feel like Inside is a more complete experience.
Well, complete
Like,
from a
I
gameplay
kinda-
standpoint.
I kind of like, and I kind of like, sometimes I like being left with feelings of, what the fuck was that? Because the experience was
it's
good.
definitely shocking. Like, that's the thing. Like, the ending is super, like, after you've been playing as that boy this entire time, having suddenly all that power out of nowhere gets really it gets in your head.
Playing this game, basically, I just feel like Robot Man from the Doom Patrol series in that one scene where it's like, what the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? Okay, we get it!
But I was gonna say, so Matt, now since you weren't here for that last thing, between Limbo and Inside, what did you feel about the two games?
Okay. I slightly like Limbo more. But in terms of, like, gameplay and atmosphere and stuff like that, atmosphere, I like Limbo more. And I played Limbo first. I played that when that first came out, and it was amazing. But this game looks better and also plays a little bit better. Just a little bit. I will say, though, like, the atmosphere, the lore, and all that of Limbo, I do like more, though. Not saying this is a bad game. I still really enjoy it. But I do think that Limbo was a slightly better experience.
Yeah, that's basically. I think. What am I trying to say? I think Matt kind of worded my opinion a bit better than I was able to. It's like Inside's still a perfectly fine game as it is. I just think that the elements that make the game stand out, I think, were a little better. Maybe not better executed, but I kind of appreciated more how they were in Limbo compared to Inside.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's fair enough. Yeah, other than that, it's just that, other than that was just it. That was the whole Playdead duology. And again, it came as a huge surprise when I first heard about it, and I was very happy to hear that Playdead was definitely not going to be a one-and-done thing. Possibly or kind of a one-trick pony right now, but definitely not one and done. And
honestly, I can only just imagine if there ever is a time when Playdead announces their next big game, but they literally pull a Tarsier Games. I forget the name of the company. Tarsier Studios, and it's like you got one game that's very thought-provoking and dark and all that stuff, and then you got the Stretchers.
Which honestly, I don't care what anyone said. I don't care what you people say. I thought Stretchers was fun.
No, it's great. No, we were saying it was fun. It was just so contrasting to what Tarsier had normally done up to that point.
I'd love to see Playdead do something similar.
Honestly, in my opinion, I like when I see companies branch out into new areas. And
right.
I want to see Playdead do something maybe similar, but still have new elements to not just go like, oh, this just feels like another Inside or another Limbo, because that is my one issue with Inside, really. It does feel like just an updated Limbo. That's it. It feels a bit too similar to Limbo. Which, okay, stick with what you're good at, yes, but maybe branch out slightly.
Yeah.
But yeah, on that note, folks, we hope you all enjoyed our little duology of Playdead's titles, and I mean, if there's ever a third one, chances are we'll check that one out too.
Most likely, yeah. Again, it was
definitely.
Had fun. Yeah, I had fun. I really was curious, and I really had a good time showing off these two. It's nice to have just a kind of a more simplistic platformer to turn to, and not have to always
Exactly.
and not have to always like have all these big things. I love Odyssey, absolutely, but I am really happy to have these kind of more simplistic 2D platformers and just
simplistic
lose
from a
myself
gameplay standpoint.
just to lose myself in the experience. And yeah, that's it. Yeah, thank you all so much for joining. As always, I was Lucky Jack 20.
James Mainstream.
I'm Earthquake.
Ronnie JK.
Billy, when are you gonna get back here with the milk?
Got it, Mom!
I'm
When I'm
sorry,
good and
Mom.
ready, Mom.
I'm sorry, Mom. I am one of the many now.
I'll see you guys later.
Till next time.
Bye, guys.
Again, honey, this is the third time this week. My son may have become an ungodly abomination on the face of Earth, but at least he's not hanging out with those hooligans over at Bakersfield.